here today to put together a Valentine's Day makeup look. Okay, what I always start with is this palette here for Beauty Counter. Super pretty. And you can see I've already loved on it some. I like to mix these two right here, Kava and Fog. So I like to mix them with this kind of brush. Okay, so again, I'm just mixing the Fog and the Kava, and I'm covering the eyelid. I'm doing it a little bit heavier in the corners here. You'll see why. And I even kind of drag it down into the edge a little bit. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. Okay, so then this brush came with the Beauty Counter palette, and so I used this end for that lighter shimmery color for the base, and then this one, this angled brush, that's how I'm gonna start to put in my color. So when I know I'm gonna do a pretty heavy eyeshadow look, I make sure that I have some sort of towel or paper towel or tissue or something that I can take my brush and go like this on. Because see, look, this is all of the, I don't clean my brushes after every time I use them. I don't clean them enough, but it's okay. So this is everything that was left on my brush from last night's eye makeup. So I wanna make sure that I'm not just re-putting that old stuff back on. And so I just dab it on the washcloth like this. We are going to do this bittersweet right here. And I'm also going to put haze with it. So let's get going. Guys, so I'm just gonna start, see if I can do this, in the corner here. And I just put a little bit on the lid, like halfway in. And I just start to rub the color into the corner here and a little bit in the crease. And honestly, guys, I just use my hands a lot for smudging. Some people have like different brushes that they like to use, and I literally, because I'm usually in a hurry, I just take my fingers and I smudge up the side like that. It in. So now we've got a similar look on each side. It's not done yet, it's not perfect. And that's kind of the thing with eyeshadow like this. I'm not into like a super like hard look, I guess. So I really like to keep mine smudgy and smoky. There's room for error that way. So all that said, so now we've used 3 colors, 2 on the bottom, this bittersweet color, and I'm gonna take this haze color right here, this purpley color, and I'm gonna load it up on the same brush. You can wipe it off if you want to. And then what I'm gonna do is go right here and try to lay it on pretty thick. So let's get that. Again, I'm just using my fingers. Or like I said, you could take a fluffy brush and blend it. So here we go. I think what I want to do here, I feel like this is a nice base for any sort of Valentine's Day night out. It's just, or date night out, sorry, or during the day. I don't feel like this is too heavy for daytime, and it's a little light for me for nighttime if we're gonna go on like a nice date. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my brush again and make sure we use our little towel here and wipe off what we just did, which I should have done that probably in between the colors, but that's okay. Like I said, it's all smudgy, a little forgiving. And I'm gonna pick one of these darker colors here on the bottom. And I think I'm gonna go with where is it? Port. It's kind of like a deep maroon burgundy type color. So what I'm gonna do with that is, again, put it on my brush, tap it in the sink, and then I'm going to go back over this corner over here in the crease and just layer some more color on top of it. Okay, and then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go back to this side, not the angled side, and I'm going to grab a little bit more of that fog and that kava. I'm gonna mix them together a little bit, like I did the first time, and I'm gonna go back on top of just the very inner corner here. Just the very inner corner, just for a little light. And then I'll just take whatever's left on the brush and I'm just gonna put it where my eyebrow, like the highlight line is, right there. Okay, so here's what I do with eyeliner. And I actually am in the middle of brushes. I have some great ones that I love, but what I usually use for eyeliner is a flat top brush or like an angled brush. And I use my eyeshadow and some water, and that's usually what I do to put on my eyeliner. I have an eyeliner pencil and it's fine and I love it and it's great, but when I want like a deep dark eyeliner, this is what I do because I feel like I have the most control with it. So this is not the greatest brush. I'm in the market for a new one, but I need a flat top or an angle. And then basically what I do, there's a little bit of water in here, and I just get it wet slightly. You don't have to soak it. And then I'm gonna pick this midnight color for the top of my lid. So it's black, that's what it is. So we're basically doing black eyeliner. And I go in here and I just kind of dab the wet, what is this, brush tip in the black. And then I hit the excess off. And I'm gonna start kind of about halfway on my eyelid. I tend to make it thicker here at the edge. So I didn't do the inside part of my eye yet, so that's what I'm gonna do next, is go back to the corner of my eye and pull it again. And see, since we're painting it on, it gives this really nice, like smudgy look. I'm not a huge fan of like I already said, like a detailed line. So I really like this smudgy business. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna take the black that's left on this, the midnight eyeshadow, and I'm just going to barely put it right here in this corner and connect it on the outside of my eye. It might be hard. Then I'm gonna wipe off my eyeliner onto my towel. I'm gonna go back to my water cup and get a little bit more water. And then I'm going to this haze color right here, and probably port too, just so it's a little bit darker. But I'm gonna mix the port and the haze. That's my favorite thing to do with big eyeshadow palettes like this, is mix all the colors. It's so fun. And then I'm gonna take this part of my eyeliner and make it not so dark with the black. Okay, I think that works. So there's that. I'm going to take, oh gosh, my mascara. My favorite one is Root Pretty mascara. And I've talked about this a couple of times, I think on Instagram. Okay, so here's my mascara. I'm just gonna put it on. There we have it. So now I have on mascara and a little bit of a smokier look. You can always go darker. So if you had wanted to go a little bit darker, you could have taken that midnight color and put it again, just right in that corner, and maybe a little bit more in the crease. All right, here's what we're gonna do for lip and cheek. This is one of my favorite hacks. I do it every day, all the time. So I have blush and I like blush, but sometimes I'm just in a hurry. So what I do is I grab like a Pretty Balm or like some kind of lipstick even works. You just have to be careful you don't like put too much of it on. But this is a Pretty Balm, and it's basically kind of like a colored chapstick. This one looks terrible because I'm pretty sure my daughter put the cap on last time and like smushed it in the middle. But this color is so pretty. It's kind of like my nails. It's called Lulu. So I'm gonna put that on my lips, and then I'll show you another little trick. Okay, so it's kind of like this purpley, magenta, pinky color. Here's what I'm gonna do with this now. I put it on my lips. The next thing I'm gonna do is take it and put a little dab on my cheek, which is basically like a cheek and lip stain. So then, again, with the fingers, we're rubbing it in. I'm so fancy, guys. Okay, there you have it. So here is a completed look. Smoky eye. I would wear this going out. Again, I might layer a little bit more on top of it, but I think it's good. So here's the final product. Thanks so much for watching today. If you want to see how I transform this look again with 2 different lip colors, head on over to the blog at simplywholemoms.com/blog.